walk as the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.
Hello and welcome, good people, to Dad's Drafts. Now, especially welcome to my 2 new subscribers. It's great to have you here. Now let's get right into this premium draft and see if we can get a fun deck together and also maybe a functional deck. I am almost diamond, maybe I'll manage to hit it, but it does kind of depend on the cards that I get past, but most especially my skill or the lack of it. Now, if you have any feedback for me, please do let me know. And if you like what I do, of course, feel free to also let me know either by commenting or clicking some of those buttons. Last 2 drafts didn't go amazing, but before that we had a few trophies. After this I will probably go on holiday for a week. Maybe I'll do one more video, and I'm not sure if that's going to be a draft video. I also want to do a quick guide on another detailed guide on how you can, if it's actually worth buying the Mastery Season thing pass. But more of that later. Okay, I will increase the size of the cards. This is actually a pretty strong pack. There's a Dragoon's Lance, good in any deck. There's a Fate of the Suncrist. There's an Ice Magic. There's a Google Gardener Thunder Magic. And an Intervention. I think when it comes to overall power level, this is an absolute beast. Now, I must say, I do like Tella. I've played with him before. And just whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you create a 1/1 hero. That's already amazing. And if you ever get the 4 of the 8 mana, it's great. But we also have this dude. And it is a 3/3 for 4 mana. And it has, during your turn, Dion and other knights you control have flying. When it enters, create a 2/2 white knight creature token. So 4 mana, 2 bodies, 5/5 total of stats. And in your turn they fly. Absolute beast. And then for 6 mana you can transform it. But even without transforming it, it's good enough. And it's also easy to splash because it's white in the 4 mana slot. What do you do? 3 mana 2/2. Lifelink at the beginning of each of your post-combat main phase. You may pay X life, where X is the number of opponents that will deal damage this turn if you do draw X cards. Okay, I'm not sure how good it is because the maximum is of course 1, because you only have 1 opponent, so you can, if you dealt damage to the opponent, you can pay 1 life and then you draw 1 card. I don't think that's very, very terrible. However, the question is, do we already want to settle ourselves into black-white so soon? I would like to stay in white. There's a Sid, which, if Artifacts blue-white is open, will come around. And so might the Gallicat. 2/2 lifelink for 3. Yeah, if you have some flyers, I think it could work. Or if you curve out. Okay. This one, of course, being great for the blue-red deck, but outside of that, it doesn't really have a home. There's the Omega, which I've really enjoyed, and the Call the Mountain Chocobo, very good. There's also Ash, which, of course, is more of a red-white kind of deck. But it is a legendary, and any kind of artifact works. So you could also, put some Ramans in your deck or whatever. They don't have to be equipment cards. And if you actually get to attack with this once, and even if it trades off, you will most of the times have drawn a card. So I'll just take this here. But I'm not sure if black is open enough. And black-white, I must admit, so far have not been my best games. Okay, there's another Omega and also a town. So it seems like blue-green towns is somewhat open. I'm not sure if I should already force black-white, but I definitely want to play white. I'm not really missing out on something. I think you have to have some kind of ramp to actually be playing Omega. So we might pick up one later. So I'll just go for Gaius if we actually go black-white. And otherwise, we can still go white something. White-green or white-blue. Okay. UFO is interesting. Not seeing a lot of great cards here. Opera Love Song, by the way, very good if you have some instant speed removal, because if you don't kill something on your opponent's turn, you can just do this and you will draw 2 cards, which is very strong. Don't really care about the limit break. No white cards. Some pretty decent green cards, so maybe green is the place where we should be. But I'll just take the Royal City because we might end up in multiple colors. Okay, Revelation is decent. I also don't mind the Trader. Kubu Gardener is very good, but I'm not sure if green-white is open enough. I don't really care much about any of these black and white cards. Guess I'll go for the Gardener. This is quite an essential card in any green something deck. Well, I could take the City. I'll just take the City. I think at this point I'll just... We've played with him before. It didn't go amazing, but it is a clear sign that at least red-white seems open, and we could splash for the Harvey, and we do have the mana for it. So I'll just take it and see if we can get some more equipments going. Then there's a Shopkeep, there's also Cane, which has been good for me once, but overall it's also been pretty terrible for me. Shopkeep or the Sword. I'll go for this. Well, we have many equipped creatures. I'm just going to get rid of this. We'll splash the Cecil. I'll go for the Sword. I think we'll see many of the item shopkeeps. Another Cane. Yep. I'll take the Fate of the Sunchrist. Okay. It's not amazing. I'll take a Pump Spell. Could be good with the Dwarf. So it seems like we're going to end up in red-white, which is not my strongest color. It also didn't go that well last time, but we can still... I've had one offline, what is it? Non-YouTube draft with red-white, which was amazing. It also had the Dwarf, so maybe that's some kind of lucky charm. I'll take the Shopkeep. So red-white's equipment's clearly open. And let's just pick up any equipments and fixing that we have. So far I like what we have. I'll take the Haste Magic if we want to go very aggressive. Now you get the idea that it's a very aggressive card, the Haste Magic, but if you use it defensively, you just draw a card, pretty much. Alright, let's see what we have. A 4/4 flyer for 5. When it attacks, put a blight counter on target land. For as long as the land has a blight counter on it, lose all light and it adds colorless. Whenever you tap a colorless land, add an additional. Well, it's okay, I guess. I think one of these two will come around simply because it was clearly open. And I think we wouldn't mind a top-end kind of flyer situation. But I hope and assume that one of these two red equipments, or maybe even the Blitzball, comes around. I don't really care about anything else. Could take the Greatsword, of course, it is an equipment, but I want to keep black to a minimum. Scouts, Pirates, and our Rogues. We have 0. However, he himself is also a scout. Exile the top card of the player's library, you may cast it. If you don't, create a treasure token. So if this deals damage, whenever you cast a spell you don't own. Yeah, that's not really going to happen a lot. I think a Thunder Magic is probably better. The only upside would be if you actually manage to attack on turn 3 with this and you get the trigger. But even then, you may cast it. It's not even... I think this is probably the best. I might be mistaken. Please do let me know if I am. Vein's Treachery is good, but I don't want to settle into black too much. I'll take the Slash of Light. We will hopefully pick up quite some equipments with which this is very good. Paladin Arms, okay. I think this one will come around. I'm not going to take the cane. Don't really care too much. Sabo Tender is alright because it has reach, but I'll just take up any equipments. Shiva is nice. I don't think we can play this. Of course it goes into the sacrifice deck. Now will we have enough artifacts to actually make the Gallicat good? We might. It is easy to cast. Could also take the Blitzball. I'll go for the Gallicat. I think with the Cecil and the up chance of us getting some equipments, this will be probably a 3-3 for a lot of times. Okay, don't really care about any of these. Guess I'll take the Freya, but we don't want any more 1-drops. Ho ho, hello. Yeah, we're not doing that, but man, that was a good time. If you didn't watch the video already, I think it's one of my most popular videos so far. It was amazing. I'll go for the Gigas, I think. Well, it's difficult. Quite some good cards here. I think we need playables. We're already pretty high on most other stuff. Yeah, we're not going to do that. I'll take the Restoration Magic. It has been good for me before. It's a cheap trick to keep something alive. Now there's another wow, both of them. Actually, all 3 of them came around. It has to be the Warrior Sword, I think, or the Rapier. We do have a lot of non-creature spells because of all the equipments are non-creature spells. And we do need 2-drops, so I'll just take the Rapier. Another removal spell. Now I think we're good on removal. We just need cheap playables and the maximum amount of equipment that we can get now. Don't think I'll play the Laughing Mad. It is a good card, but there's a shopkeep. So equipped creatures clearly open. There's a Blitzball. Yeah, red-white is open. Let's see if we can get rewarded for it even more. Don't want another Ash at the moment. There's a Warrior Sword, a White Mage Staff, and a Monk Fist. I guess I'm going for the Warrior Sword, because I think it is one of the better ones. It's just a 4-mana 4/3 with potential upside. And you can equip it later to any cheap flying creatures. And if we pick up more Gallicats, I would like to get a lot of artifacts. So I'll take the Warrior Sword. Don't think I need anything else. Oh, there's also this one, by the way. Yeah, I think I'll go for the Sky Pirate, by the way. Nearly missed that because of the art. Ooh. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell. We have 7 instants. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Now this one might actually come around because A, it's not very good. B, red-white is clearly open. I'll take the Cerberus. We have a lot of instant sorceries that we can copy and we probably want to copy. Choco Comet is amazing. We already have quite some playables. I will take the Choco Comet over the Primal Garuda because I think it's an excellent card. There's another Thief. Three-mana instant attack and creature gets +1, that +2/+0. That can be very aggressive. I don't think I need more removal. I'm a bit low on creatures, though of course this doesn't count as a creature, but actually it is. We'll get one of these later on. Don't think I care about the suplex. I'll take the land. Ooh. Yeah, we need playables. This is pretty much a you draw a card and you can play it for 2 or 3 turns. That's about it. And giving something haste can be very good for us as well, since we're kind of aggressively slanted. Don't care about the suplex. I think, well, we do have the Cerberus. Nothing really else interests me. We don't have any cheap ways to equip this, unfortunately. Otherwise it could be good. I've never played with it, but it seems too clunky. Let's go for some more top-end finishers. Oh, Weapons Vendor is actually very nice. Warrior Sword or Monk Fist? I think it has to be the Monk Fist. We need 2 drops more than the 4 drops. Curve is looking amazing, but we do need to do some cutting. Might play the Suplex, I'm not too sure. Not sure how good Ultima is, maybe I should look it up. Flash of Light will be good in our deck, probably better than 2 Suncrysts. Because the fate of the Suncryst, the downside is you want to be in the defensive stance, simply because you want to play it for the, 2 or 3 mana cost. And as long as you're attacking, the opponent is probably not attacking. Unless you're in a racing situation, in which case this is not a great card. The Slash of Light is probably better in our case. So I'll just, and it's cheaper. So I'll just remove that. Weapons Vendor is what we like. Now with the Weapons Vendor I would have liked the big clunky dude. I think this is actually worth it because we have the fixing. Don't think I need a pump spell. I will play 1 land less simply because it's MTG Arena best of ones, which really often screws you over, unfortunately. I don't want to cut a creature. I'll cut 1 Slash of Light. Is the Blitzball good enough? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it should be good enough. Okay, let's see how it goes. Now, with the red-white deck that I played off my YouTube channel, the item shopkeep giving creatures menace whenever they attack was actually amazing. Now I have 2 of them. Of course it's not the same deck and I'm not even sure if it will work at all, but let's see how it goes. Okay, so we've got both the colors. It's a bit slow, but we can get some more card value. I'll keep it. And we could be very unlucky and never draw land, of course, but there we go. Let's see if it's play exile top card of your library. During any turn, you may play that card. Yeah, so if it's a land card, that's good. Oh. We're going to need 2 land drops to actually be able to play that, unfortunately. I don't think we need the Freya at the moment. Yeesh. Now, I think we have to mountain cycle the Gigas so that we can play that one next turn. Unless he kills it, and then I will be very sad. But then again, the Rapier was also not the best play here. And otherwise, if he does kill it, we can still play the Warrior Sword, which is not terrible. And also, if this eats a removal spell, so be it. He might still kill it now. Okay. He will probably kill the Dion, but at least we got the value, and we still have a 2/2. Island cycling, I don't care about that. It will have haste, so we'll just attack for 3 in the air. Probably going Weapons Vendor. Goodbye, Dion. He's too good to keep alive. If I don't draw land, I'll go Weapons Vendor. And otherwise... no, I think Weapons Vendor is still the best play. Because then we can next turn play the sword, equip it to maybe something with flying or whatever. Yep. It also loses the abilities. We have to... Yeah, I have to get my land drops here. Well, that's unfortunate. At least we can comment something if we want. He might eject my token. Okay, there we go. I see no rush to Choco comment something. So I'll just play the warrior sword, equip it to the flying dude. Onto the flying dude, yes. And 5 in the air is of course pretty big. If he kills the token, we will still have the value. I assume at some point he's just going to attack with the trader to get the value there. I'll go for the rapier. Choco Comet can also be a good finisher. We can do it for 3 now at the moment. If he taps out and we do draw land, we can kill him here. Don't expect him to have anything useful. Okay, he's actually going to sacrifice the... So if we top deck a land, I think we win here, because we can X4. That's not a land. Is there any way that we can finish this? I don't think there is. We'll just attack for 5. Put some more threats on the board. Hope he doesn't wipe at the board. And I don't think I need this shopkeep. There's a land. I could keep up the Slash of Light in case he wants to do some kind of crazy spell, but I think this is good. Okay. Each player sacrifices half the non-god creatures they control if the choice is rounded down. Okay. So we have to sacrifice 2. I guess we just want to keep these 3 alive. That's pretty much it. Yep, good game. We could still Choco Comet for 4, so... Alright. First game in the pockets. Opponent was stuck on 4 lands, which of course is to our advantage. Excuse me, I'm going to open a can. Man, it makes so much noise. Anyway, game number 2. Let's see if we can keep this ball rolling. That was a quick pop. Hey, she's from, what's the game called? Baldur's Gate. I think this is a keep. We have a 2-drop. We can do some Gallicat to weapons vendor onto stuff. And give something menace. Okay. Assuming he has some kind of thunder magic going on. And let's hope to draw some instant that we can use for the Cerberus. If he wants to kill the shopkeep with thunder magic, so be it. Okay. Will take a while before we get to 2 more artifacts. That's fine. No black swords, unfortunately, otherwise we would have drawn a card. But we have plenty of things to do. No more attacks. Guess we'll just go for the weapons vendor again. Okay, Choco Comet is actually not bad. Would like to draw an untapped land. Just to be able to kill the Rook turret. But we could also just play the Warrior Sword if we get an untapped land. equip it to something. Yeesh. Cerberus plus Choco Comet is very, very nice, by the way. We might have to set up for that. I don't have a way to put the Warrior Sword onto something this combat phase. So I guess I'll just attack with the Galley Cat. Play the Cerberus and then set up for Choco Comet. Seems like he has the 1 mana Brainstorm thing, perhaps. Oh, I have to get rid of that. I want to draw more lands. No Brainstorm. I was kind of hoping that he would tap out, because it is risky. I'll take it. Man. Let's see if we can get some kind of push going on. I want to equip it to the Galley Cat, of course. And we have a pretty decent attacker here. I guess next turn I will, during his combat, if he attacks with something more, I will probably jump, because 14 is quite low. But let's just hope that he taps out so that we can Choco Comet. Almost Choco Comet him to the face. We could also wipe his board. Okay. So I think we pretty much win here. Unless he plays a land and he's not tapped out. Alright. So please give me a land. And if I get a land, the question is, what do I do? Do I kill his board, or do I attack with Galley Cat first? Okay. Let's just try Choco Comet for 4. I think it's best. And see if we can finish him with the Galley Cat. Because it will get menace. Now the only thing that could screw us is there even a 1 mana bounce spell? I'm not sure. Okay, good game. Well, that was good. Cerberus, Choco Comet. Yes, please. Now one more win and we're actually in diamond. I shouldn't have that as my focus, because whenever I feel the pressure, I start to play very badly. But so far so good. Now, to be honest, with the last 2 drafts we had a similar start. We started on 2-0 and then we ended on a 2-3 note. No red, but we've got a Blitzball and this Cecil. I'll keep it. I know it's risky, but there we go. Guess we'll go Vaan first, if he doesn't play anything, simply to see if we can get a treasure token. But I think he's going to bounce it. Nope, we get a treasure, that's good. Now, depending on what he plays, I might just use it for Thunder Magic to keep the board empty and to keep getting treasure tokens. But we're going to also... Oh, that is unfortunate. I was about to say we're going to... Wow. What on earth? That's crazy. Yeah, that was a blowout. Oh, this is crazy, crazy. So we could have... We get 1 mana. We can play the Blitzball. 1, 2, 3. We'll have the Cecil at the beginning of each of your post-combat main phase. So we have to play the Blitzball first. Get a treasure. And no, it doesn't work, unfortunately. I guess I'll just play the Rapier. Yeah, I thought... No, I didn't think that out too much. Okay. Would like to get Menace on my dude now. That is juicy. It's probably the best play here, because it has flying. This also has flying, but this way we'll use more mana. We cannot do both, unfortunately. She equips 3. Yeah, let's just target one of his islands, I guess. Once we get to attack with it. Yeah, I kind of misplayed there. I expected us to get value, but of course it's at the beginning of the post-combat main phase. So we missed the trigger once we played this. So we have to play it before combat, which I will do now, because Ultima will probably at least deal some damage here. Of course not attacking with Divan. Maybe he has the give something indestructible and hexproof. But this doesn't have reach and also no flying. Now, do we sacrifice the Blitzball? He's tapped out now. Let's just put all the stuff on the board that we can. It's a lot of flying power. And whatever doesn't fly, we can give Menace. Now, if he has the board wipe, I will be sad. Or maybe the big old... Okay, well, that's not too bad. There is a whiteboard wipe. Maybe I should hold back a bit. It's just I smell blood, so... What happens when we do this? Exiled, return it to the battlefield transformed, only as a sorcery, so we can do that. We can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature. And they gain flying. That seems pretty good. Yeah, we will lose some creatures here, but he will also lose both his flyers, which is fine by me. I think I'll only keep this Cecil back, because the rest trades and this gives us value, card draw. But other than that, I will also attack with the Ultima, because we'll still get the blight counter trigger. And if he double blocks this, he'll still get 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, which is quite substantial. Opponent taking his time to think. Okay. I don't think I care about the 2-2 too much, because if he blocks the 2-2, that means he's not blocking the double blocking the 5-5. So let's just get another blight counter. Treasure token. Okay. Wow. He really values his life total highly. I would have probably blocked the 2-2, but he gives me the good game, but I won't say good game until he actually managed to end the game. Yeah, I think we win here. Yep, good game. Alright, 3-0, and we are into Diamond. Let's go. I don't think I will manage to get into Mythic rank with this set. I love the set, but it's... I didn't study it as much as I did with other sets, simply because my pre-love for Final Fantasy is not that big. I am not really a weeb. Well, no judgment, but I think it is a game which targets a specific audience. Sack Fair. Good cards. Now Gallicat on turn 3 can probably just attack next turn. And I will play it here. And I will also offer the trade. Simply because he's tapped out. Wow. Yes, please. Don't really care about that. Okay. And if we manage to draw an untapped land, we can go Weapon Vendor into making the Gallicat even bigger. But of course he's playing red-black, so there's quite the chance that he will kill it. Ooh. Ooh, yeesh. I could play both of these, which are decent blockers. We could attack for 3. I could play the Weapons Vendor. But if we don't draw a land, it's pretty much a whiff. And I want to keep this for later games. Could also cycle the Gigas, but then I can only add 1 to the board. Yeah, kind of low on lands. Now I will double block the Judge. But of course the attack trigger on the stupid white mage staff. Okay, I guess I will triple block it here. I want to keep my Gallicats. So I'll just block like this. Could have had Thunder Magic, by the way, so maybe that was a risky block. Maybe I should have just blocked with everything. Rapier is not that good at the moment. I'll just go Weapons Vendor, We will double block the Gainsborough next turn. And we will be drawing cards next turn also, which is good. He might just equip the White Mage Staff to the token. Then grow her even more. Which will probably be the best thing to do here. Okay, I'll just triple block here. As I said before, we have some ways to at least get late game value. He loses the thing without value. And the board state is fine. Okay. And now we draw the land. So we can give this Menace, and he will probably not double block. So let's just equip the Monk's Fist to the Shopkeep, because it gets Menace. And if he actually wants to double block, that's fine. If he doesn't, we draw a card. Okay, fine by me. And if it doesn't draw anything useful, we can equip the Paladin's Arms to the 2/2 lifelinker. We didn't deal any damage, so I would like to pay 0. Oh. Well, you know, it's not the end of the world. That is annoying. Guess we'll go Rapier and cycle. Well, let's just keep that for later turns. Oops. I'm going to Mountain Cycle this, but I don't like it. But at least we can attack for 6 next turn. And I'll keep up any land for the Giot next turn. Okay, goodbye Gigas. Now I wouldn't mind drawing a land, simply to be able to... Wow, he has more. That's nice. Yeah, this is going to get out of hand quickly. So we have to find an answer for this, because only 2 more turns and he will have a lot of wizards. That is an answer. Okay, that's actually actual value, which is good for us. And now his threat is pretty much gone. I don't expect him to have another board wipe. It is interesting that I actually called out the board wipe. Or was it the stupid... Oh, it was exiled. Ultima. Also had it during my sealed event. It was pretty good. Yep. I assume he has nothing else. That is unfortunate. I'll keep up the land. Maybe we'll get some kind of card discard or whatever. We won't draw the Gigas, unfortunately, because we've got 2. Blitzball is a decent draw, actually, because we'll draw 2. Unless he kills my Freya. Which... this is fine. I could have equipped the... Still, he wouldn't have been dead, but maybe it would have been better to play this before combat. And equip this to the Freya. Oh, is that enough? It is not enough. Yeah, it is enough. We have the treasure. Choco Comet for the win. Now it doesn't feel as good as triple casting a Choco Comet, but it will have to do. So the video that I'm thinking of making is, can you actually somehow make it viable to buy the Game Pass, because it's, what is it, 3,400 gems? And is there a way to maybe get more value from it than paying 3,400 gems? And I think there is a way to do it, but it requires some wildcards and some preparation. So I might do that actually. But I need a few more levels to progress. It's a bit slow, but we can cycle the Gigas and then we'll have 2 colors, and we've got one of the bombs, and we are on the draw, so odds of us drawing a 2-drop or maybe a 1 or 3-drop that we can play are quite big. And of course we could still just draw a black source to actually be able to play the Cecil. And haste, it's actually pretty big. But not drawing the 2-drops here, unfortunately. Would like to find a black source as well. And we don't really have anything else to do. Yeah, we're drawing the top end while we actually shouldn't be. But we do have quite a few turns. I could just use the haste magic here as a way to draw a card. But I would like to combine it with the Cecil. But then again, I would also like him to be tapped out because he's going to counter my Dion. Maybe I should just play the weapons vendor instead if he doesn't tap out. Okay. Yeah, we've got to kill that. Not sure why he didn't do it before combat. Okay, let's just go Dion, and then next turn, if this is still alive, we can use the Slash of Light. And otherwise we could just play Ultima and block it. That's also fine. But he's going to keep jamming. Top decking a swamp would be amazing to do haste magic on the Cecil and gain a lot of life. But admittedly the Fenrir of course is a good blocker. Okay, so I think we have to kill the Wyvern. Or we just play the Ultima, which might be the best thing. Yeah, let's just attack first. He has something for 1 green, which I wonder what it is. There's an instant speed, destroy target enchantment or something. And otherwise I have no idea what's on the stack whenever he pauses like that. Maybe I have to play this Giot at some turn, simply to get to my black source. Maybe I should just be disciplined and get rid of my Cecil, since it's a dead card anyway. Very good. If he attacks, I will just block, even if he probably has a pump spell. Because I don't care about Ultima that much. Well, let me think. We deal 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's not enough. Question is, can we take 7? He probably has +3/+3 in trample. Yeah, I'm just not going to block. If he wants to use his mana now to deal more damage, then at least we know where we are. And if we draw land, we can do the Dion thing. This will be gone next turn. We can kill the Wyvern, at least try to. Okay. We can give something haste, so we could do the Giot, then he had to block him. But then we cannot do the other stuff. I think we have to get rid of Cecil, unfortunately. No black source. And now we see we will discard this into a swamp. Okay. Unfortunately, we cannot kill the Scorpion Sentinel. Otherwise, we would have had lethal. So let's just try and kill the Wyvern here. He, of course, has something. Okay. Sure. So do we haste magic now? This will be gone. He will have 5 maximum. We won't be dead. Yeah, let's just do this. If he still has the pump spell, it will be very painful. But if he doesn't, I think we'll be good. It doesn't have indestructible. It only has hexproof. Oh my goodness, of course he can just... That was stupid. That was very stupid. Yeah. I thought his damage would be enough, but he can just block it with the Scorpion Sentinel. First strike. No, it will still die. And now he has to block something. He will probably block the Dion. But then he will have no attackers anymore. We still have the Ultima. He could just take the rest of it. I guess he also wants to block the Ultimisia, because otherwise he won't have any blue sources anymore next turn. Okay, no blocks. Now let's see what he has. He will not draw a card. And if he does actually have the pump spell, which is a +3/+3 or something, guess we're dead. But guess we'll find out. Oh, that was the card that he had for 1 green. Yep. Okay. Fair game. It was very close. I kind of messed up on... I'm not sure if I messed up. Maybe I should have just only attacked with the Ultima. Keep up the trick for if he blocked it. But all's good. Yum Yum, what was it again? That's quite the name. We have the Hill Gigas and the Blitzball. I think we're good. Again, a bit slow. But that's what you get if you don't have... Ooh. Opponent mulligan to 4? That's unfortunate. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to say good game. That's rough. He was very quick, by the way, on the mulligans. I mean, first mulligan he did take a proper look, but the second and third were just mulligan, mulligan. I'll take the win. Right. We are 5-1 so far. I must admit. It's going pretty decent. All right, let's go. Again, not the 2 drops, but we have a Comet and 2 Gigas, so we can find the lands, and we have a 2 drop in the Rapier. I keep forgetting if I said hello already. If I say it a second time, people must think I'm so annoying. Which I can't blame them for, but... Rapier can be very good. Combination with the Comet. For instance, you dome something, you get a bird, you attack for 3. Especially if you can give it menace, of course. Okay, opponent seems back, at least. Let's just go Rapier first. Next turn we can go Gigas, depending on what we draw. I hope he plays a 1 toughness creature. Okay, he plays nothing. At least we get to attack. For whatever it's worth. And the next turn we can go Comet into Weapons Vendor or whatever. I will most definitely kill that with the Choco Comet. So we could give this Menace, but that's not amazing at the moment. I guess we have to Comet this. It is unfortunate that we can only single spell. But then at least his thing will be gone. 1x onto the Wyvern. Attack for 3. Okay. No land, unfortunately. Let's attack first. We'll just cycle this. I could have dealt 1 more damage. He does have blue. So we don't have a non-creature spell. So I'll just play the Galley-Cat here. And if he wants to counter it, so be it. I'd rather have him counter the Galley-Cat than the Ultima. Okay. I would like to get another artifact onto the battlefield somehow. Guess we'll attack for 1. Which is not hot, of course. But at least we can give something menace next turn, which is worth something. By playing the shopkeep and equipping this. At least then the Vista... I might actually just attack here, by the way. I will not block, of course. Don't care about it. We are probably dealing as much damage to him as he is to us. Okay, not anymore. That is a non-creature spell, which is lovely. So let's just equip the sword, play the paladin's arms. Attack for 6. Get rid of his island. Could also use it on my own, by the way, just to ramp myself. And he might just keep up the Vista now to defend, because I think he wants to do that. But then the item shopkeep is an excellent play. Drawing another land wouldn't be too terrible, because if we have 7 mana, we can go shopkeep into vendor, pay 1, put the paladin's arms on ultimate, and hit even harder. Oh, suplex and a bounce spell. Yeah, Ultima is getting bounced. Yeah, I'll keep it. Maybe at some point we have to block with it. But we cannot double spell at the moment, so I think we can take one more beating from the Vista. Ooh, that's lovely. Is it enough? Not with this unequipped. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's close. Let's just build out the board, attack for 3. And if he doesn't have lethal somehow, we have him next turn, I think. But of course I will block with the weapons vendor, I think. But if he has a pump spell of some sort, he has a lot of mana. So I assume he has something. Okay, another bounce spell. Well, it might still be enough here. He keeps up mountains. Okay. If he has another removal spell, we're just dead. Oh man. That was close. We would have had him next turn. Prima Vista is not the best card, but if you can actually do stuff that he did and just use 4 mana every turn, it's excellent. And he did that very well, must admit. Now we're 5 and 2. I'm already pretty decently happy, but I need to put my thinking cap on to get to the trophy here. I did. Maybe that wasn't the best keep last game. Okay, well, yet again, if you have any feedback for me, feel free. Yeah, this is nice. Very nice. Depending on what he does, we could equip the Monk's Fist to something, but I think it's just best to play the Monk's Fist. He could Thunder Magic it, which will probably happen. Okay. UFO. Alright. Now we could go Shopkeep. And then he cannot block it. Gallicat will not get through anyway. So let's just see if we can fake an attack here. Okay. And now I'll play the Paladin's Arms. And if we draw an untapped land, we have 2 creatures that get menace. Okay, fine card. I think he still has the Thunder Magic. And let's just start jamming. I would be happy to trade either of these for the Torgal. Don't care about the UFO too much at the moment. Oh, it's not even tapped. That's pretty strong. Yeah, he does have the Thunder Magic. Ooh. Alright, so that is a bit problematic. 3-5 will take a while to get through, especially because it has reach. I guess we have to find our mountain. We have been cycling these Gigas a lot, but then again we play 16 lands, so it is to be expected. And a 3-3 Vigilance Flying is pretty decent, but in this board state it's not. Whatever, what more other creatures? Okay. So we'll just equip this to the Gallicat, hoping he has nothing. And I'm fine trading the Gallicat for the Tia. Because then he won't draw any more cards. And if he has a trick, it seems like he has something, which is very unfortunate. Oh. Well, I think then we kill the UFO. Yeah, that's painful. Now his engine is pretty much on. He's not attacking anytime soon, I think. But +1/+1 was enough. And we didn't have any instant speed stuff. Now we're mostly drawing lands. How big can we get a token? 2-1, 4, what is it? 4-2, 5-2. It will get Menace. Yeah, let's just try and do that actually. Okay, let's not do that actually. He doesn't get +1. It only gets +1 when I cast a non-creature spell. Another UFO. Damn it. Okay, that does help. It is a knight, so it has flying. Doesn't matter though, because he can just block it with the UFO. Yeah, I think we'll just try to live this turn, transform the Dion if possible. Well, he has nice stuff too. Let's just get a lot of counters everywhere. I think it's easy enough. And he only has 2 things with reach and flying, so now I'll just offer the trade. I guess I'll take it. He doesn't want the Tia to die. Next turn stuff will be even bigger, and I might be able to divide some... Ooh. He's bringing a beating as well. Guess he's attacking with... Yeesh. So we have 14. Oh. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. I don't think I had lethal on the backswing. I could divide some equipments to give everything menace, but still, I don't think I had lethal. So I'm kind of surprised he gave up there. Last game. Last game. Okay. So this is one other equipment. So the blitzball doesn't trigger it, but I think it's still the best thing to do. Maybe I have to get rid of the... No, I don't want to get rid of the Ultima. I think I have to get rid of the Ultima, actually. It's my most expensive card at the moment, and I have to get my lands. Now, if we can get some big sword onto this dwarf, it would really help. And we can do that next turn, actually. We'll have a 3/2 double striker, which is okay. Or he might counterspell something. No instant speed thing for my Cerberus yet, unfortunately. Or sorceries, for that matter. Nor do I have... I do have a double red, by the way. So, let's just go for the aggressive play here. No, I cannot do it. What was I thinking? Let's just play the best blocker, I guess. I thought I would have had the weapons vendor in play whenever I got the thing. That's actually not a bad draw here. Next turn Cerberus, and then I guess a couple of Thunder Magics. But he's stacked. If 8 or more cards are in grave, transform this. He's at 5 already. Sweet. What did he mill? Oh my goodness. That's a big dude. I don't expect him to attack, but if he does, I will. Block. And since this will take quite some few turns, I think I'm just going to kill the hero here. At least try to. He might kill my guillots. Yep. Still dies though. Okay. 5 mana. Probably best to get the shopkeep up with the paladin's arms. And next turn we can go weapons vendor, equip something and attack for a lot of menace. So I kind of hope he only plays 1 creature, which is not too big. Well, he is exiling stuff from his graveyard, so that works. Oh no! Why the Cerberus? That was crazy. He should have thought that through, to be honest. To be honest, I didn't really care too much. We didn't have any instants or sorcery, so. And if we draw an untapped land now, we can give this haste and menace by equipping something to it. But he is filling up his graveyard, so now he actually has the 4/4 flyer. Which is, he is doing the thing. Okay. This is what I mean with his hand is stacked. He still has a lot of removal stuff. Yep. If you transform this enchantment, so it's now a 4/4 flying crew 1. Okay. Guess we're still good here. We have 2 lethal threats, and especially this shopkeep, which gives menace is very strong at the moment. Yeah, that's not what you want to do. We might actually get there here. This shopkeep is amazing, actually. I said it before the game, and it's really overperforming yet again. Wow. Well, we actually got to the trophy, which is a breath of fresh air, especially with the red-white stuff, which I'm not very good at. So I hope you did like what I do. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.
Grab the card, shuffle dreams in the palms. Dad's drafts roll heavy, we bombing like psalms. Stacks on the table, strategies to flex. Running these lines like counterspell checks. Dad drafts in the zone, pulling rares from the throne. Mana on the stack, magic seeds we've sown. From poppers to planeswalkers, the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.